You're listening to English Daily Speak, where you learn real English through real conversations. Let's get started.
Welcome to English Daily Speak. Today, we have a thought-provoking dialogue exploring the true meaning of friendship. Listen in as two individuals share their perspectives and experiences on what makes a good friend.
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about friendship, especially after what happened with Sarah last month. It really made me question what actually makes someone a good friend.
Oh, the situation where she didn't show up when you needed help moving? That must have been really disappointing. I remember you mentioning how hurt you felt.
Disappointed. Exactly. I mean, I've always been there for her. Through her breakup, when she was stressed about exams, even just listening when she needed to vent. But when I actually needed something concrete from her, she just wasn't there. It made me realize I might have been confusing being a good friend with just being available all the time.
That's such an important distinction. I think reliability is huge in friendship. Like, you don't have to be available 24/7, but when you say you'll be there, you show up. I learned this the hard way in my 20s when I had this friend group that was amazing for parties and fun times, but completely disappeared when real life got messy.
What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I went through this really tough period when my dad got sick. I was stressed, exhausted from hospital visits, and honestly just needed emotional support. These friends I'd been hanging out with for years suddenly became too busy whenever I tried to talk about what I was going through. It was like they only wanted the fun, carefree version of me.
That sounds incredibly isolating. How did you handle that?
It was hard at first. I felt abandoned and started questioning if I was being too needy or dramatic. But then I realized that true friends don't just stick around for the highlight reel, they're there for the whole story, including the difficult chapters. That experience taught me to value depth over breadth in friendships.
That's so true. I think good friends create a safe space where you can be vulnerable without judgment. Like with my friend Jamie, I can share my insecurities or admit when I've made mistakes, and I never feel like they're going to use that against me later or make me feel worse about myself.
Yes, that emotional safety is everything. And it goes both ways, right? A good friend also trusts you enough to be vulnerable with you. Some of my most meaningful friendships have been built on those moments when someone opens up about their fears or struggles, and you realize you're both human and imperfect together.
Absolutely. And I think good friends also celebrate your successes genuinely. I've noticed that some people get weird when good things happen to you, like they're keeping score or something. But real friends feel genuinely happy for your wins, even if they're going through their own challenges.
Oh, that's such a good point. I had a friend who would always find a way to diminish my achievements or redirect the conversation back to herself whenever I shared good news. It took me way too long to realize how draining that was. Now I really treasure friends who can celebrate with me wholeheartedly.
It's like they're secure enough in themselves that your success doesn't threaten them. Speaking of which, I think good friends also challenge you to grow. Not in a harsh or critical way, but they encourage you to be your best self.
Exactly. My friend Marcus is great at this. He'll call me out when I'm being self-destructive or making excuses, but he does it with love and because he believes in me. He's helped me see my blind spots without making me feel attacked or defensive.
That takes real skill and care. I think it's about knowing how to give feedback in a way that comes from love rather than judgment. Good friends want to see you succeed and will gently push you when you're settling for less than you deserve.
And they accept you as you are while also supporting your growth. It's this beautiful balance of unconditional acceptance and loving encouragement to evolve. I think that's why some friendships last decades while others fade. The good ones adapt and grow with you.
That makes me think about loyalty too. Not blind loyalty where you support someone no matter what they do, but the kind where you stick by someone through their growth and changes. Like, my friend from high school and I are completely different people now than we were at 17, but we've stayed connected through all those changes.
That's beautiful. I think that kind of loyalty also means being honest when your friend is making poor choices, rather than just enabling them. True friends care more about your well being than about avoiding uncomfortable conversations.
Right. It's about having each other's backs in a way that's actually helpful, not just agreeable. And I think good friends also respect boundaries. They understand that you have other relationships, responsibilities, and needs for space sometimes.
Yes, I've had friends who got possessive or jealous when I spent time with other people, and that always felt suffocating. Healthy friendships have room to breathe. You can have other close friends, romantic relationships, family obligations, and personal time without it threatening the friendship.
And they don't take it personally when you need space or can't hang out. They understand that life gets busy and that needing alone time isn't a rejection of them. I really appreciate friends who can pick up right where we left off, even if we haven't talked in a while.
That's such a sign of a secure friendship. No guilt trips, no keeping track of who called last or who initiated plans. Just genuine happiness to reconnect whenever it works out. I think that comes from both people feeling confident in the relationship's foundation.
It also makes me think about how good friends bring out different sides of you. Like, I have friends who bring out my adventurous side, others who I can be completely silly with, and some who inspire my more thoughtful, introspective nature. They don't try to put you in a box or expect you to be the same person in every context.
That's such a great observation. Different friends can nurture different aspects of who you are. I have a friend who's incredibly creative and always inspires me to think outside the box, and another who's very grounded and helps me stay practical and focused. They're both important to me in different ways.
And I think good friends are genuinely curious about you as a person. They remember things you've told them, ask follow-up questions about stuff you care about, and show interest in your thoughts and experiences. It's not just surface-level chat.
Yes, they pay attention and make you feel seen and heard. They notice when something's off, even if you haven't explicitly said anything. And they create space for you to share what's really going on, not just the polite, I'm fine response.
That reminds me of something else. Good friends are present when they're with you, not constantly checking their phone or looking around for someone more interesting to talk to. They give you their attention and make you feel like you matter.
That's becoming more and more rare, isn't it? In our digital age, that kind of focused presence feels like a real gift. When someone puts their phone away and really listens to you, it communicates so much respect and care.
Definitely. And I think good friends also have a sense of humor about life and can help you laugh, especially during tough times. Not in a way that minimizes your problems, but in a way that helps you maintain perspective and find lightness even in dark moments.
Laughter is such powerful medicine. Some of my closest friendships have been forged through shared humor and the ability to find joy together. It's like having someone who speaks your comedic language and can help you see the absurdity in life's challenges.
And they're forgiving when you mess up. Nobody's perfect, and good friends understand that you're going to make mistakes sometimes. They don't hold grudges or bring up past errors to win arguments. They give you room to apologize, learn, and do better.
That grace is so important. I think it comes from understanding that we're all works in progress. Good friends extend the same compassion to you that they'd want to receive when they inevitably stumble too.
You know what? Talking through all of this makes me realize that maybe the situation with Sarah was actually a blessing in disguise. It helped me recognize what I truly value in friendship and appreciate the friends who do show up consistently.
That's such a healthy way to look at it. Sometimes disappointing experiences with people help clarify our values and standards. It sounds like you have a really clear sense now of what you want to give and receive in friendships.
Exactly. And I think that clarity will help me build stronger, more authentic relationships going forward. Thanks for this conversation. It's been really helpful to think through all of this with someone who gets it.
Anytime. That's what good friends do, right? Help each other process life and figure things out together. I'm always here when you need to talk through something.
And that right there is exactly what makes you such a good friend.
Thank you for joining us on English Daily Speak. We hope this conversation sparked some thoughts about the valuable friendships in your life. Join us next time for more engaging discussions to help you improve your English speaking skills. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.